friends, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Kayla and today we are going thrifting. So today's objective is kind of twofold. Firstly, I'm looking for some autumn wardrobe basics. I've added to my Pinterest board over the last few weeks since I last went thrifting for some autumn things, and there are some noticeable gaps in my wardrobe. I don't have like a single orange sweater, and that feels criminal. I'd also like to just see if I can find some other sort of autumnal colored sweaters. I don't have a single brown sweater either, except for cardigans, so just a couple of holes in my wardrobe there. I would love to see if I can find some more corduroy and velvet pieces, as well as some kind of whimsigoth sort of bell sleeves and sort of argyle florally print skirts and things like that. So I definitely am going to be keeping my eye out for those kinds of things. I'll leave my Pinterest board linked down below if you guys want to check out my fall 2024 board. I honestly feel like it's a great representation of all of the various different aesthetics that I enjoy and participate in. The second objective for today is to actually look for some DIY Halloween costume pieces. So essentially next week I have the really cool opportunity to work with Goodwill of Central and Coastal Virginia, and I'll tell you guys more about them next week. But also thank you to them for giving me a gift card to like go out thrifting today. But essentially I'm putting together some DIY Halloween costumes. I mean, it might end up just being like one huge costume, or it could end up being a couple of costumes. Honestly, part of me kind of wants it to be like a really intensive one big project, but only the thrift store will tell us. So if you guys want to see that video next week, make sure to subscribe down below. It's totally free and I'll let you know when I upload new videos. I make all different kinds of fashion content, everything from thrifting with me to aesthetic explorations to styling videos and the occasional DIY. I honestly am not sure what exactly I want to create for this DIY Halloween costume. I feel like I kind of just have to let the thrift store take me. It has to kind of guide me. But a couple of options are Padme from the Star Wars prequels, Arwen because of course, Lord of the Rings. If you haven't seen the Lord of the Rings, you must. And then I was thinking I made myself a Greg costume a few years back, and I low-key want to like do it again, or maybe this time I can make a Wirt costume. I made my mom a Wirt costume and there were things that I was like, right, I could do this so much better. So maybe Wirt from Over the Garden Wall. As you can see, I'm a big fan. So those are our three options from top of mind. I think that is all I have for you guys. That was a very long intro. So let's head over to the thrift store. Okay, in the spirit of autumn, I say we start with the sweaters. I already see a sweater vest I definitely want to grab to at least try on. So yeah, we'll start with the sweater section. It is pretty jam-packed. To be honest, I have 2 or 3 black sweaters I really love, so I don't think I need another black sweater. So I think I'm just gonna skip over the black sweater section, and I really don't wear a ton of gray, so I also don't think I really need to look at the gray stuff because I just know myself well enough to know I'm not going to reach for something gray. The sweater vest is gorgeous. I can't tell if it's like an actual school uniform sweater, but nonetheless, I'm going to try this one on. This is giving Emily Gilmore. Really, really pretty. I don't really love the texture of this material though, so I'm going to put it back. This is a really lovely sweater. So you've got the cable knit down the center. This is from Croft & Barrow, which is a brand I really love thrifting. It's in a size large and it does look quite long, and as a petite gal, I'm not sure that's going to be my favorite silhouette, but I might give it a try. This is that same material as that blue sweater I got rid of last week, that like sort of chenille material, really soft. This one too, it's a really pretty sweater. I love the color. It's got some pulls, and it's also not the right size, so we're not gonna get it. So I've tried sweaters like this before, and for some reason I just never really get into wearing them. I think they're really pretty, and I do feel like paired with like dress pants or jeans, they could be really nice, especially for fall, but I just like don't find myself ever grabbing them, so I'm gonna put it back. St. John Bay, I just passed one of those sweaters. That's another brand that I really like thrifting as well. I was about to say I really like this sweater, and I do. I think it's a really pretty color. It's this lovely navy color. It's got this cable knit pattern in the front. There's a big old hole. Just a reminder to always, always examine secondhand clothes. There's few things worse than picking up a thrifted item that you're really excited about only to get it home and realize it's damaged. And unfortunately, as much as I like that chenille material, a lot of the times that fabric is just more fragile, and so those sweaters are often damaged. This is an Alfred Dunner crew neck. This is so cute. I like that it's kind of quilted in the way that it has this sort of plush material and then cotton here. Really, really pretty. Not quite in my size, also not really my style, but Alfred Dunner is another brand I love thrifting. It's a cute sweater vest. It's got some damage, but it is quite cute. Look at this, St. John's Bay, a brand I love thrifting, brand new. Okay, I'm gonna go through the bottom row of sweaters. I think it's gonna be a little difficult to show you. So if I pull any that I think you might wanna see, I will definitely pop on and show you. But there's mostly like blues and greens, and then some more just like busy patterned ones down here. So that's what I'm gonna look at next. But so far, we just have these two pieces to try on. Very neutral, very autumnal color palette though. Very much my autumn vibe this year. Okay, here are some of the sweaters that I pulled from that bottom section. I really like this cardigan. I like how long it is. I love the colors. I love that it's crochet. I tend to like buy my crochet things secondhand since it is something that has to be done by hand or from like small businesses, custom, stuff like that, instead of just like at the regular store, fast fashion brands, things like that, because it's literally the kind of art that has to be done handmade. So if I'm gonna buy it, I like to buy it secondhand, give it new life, because somebody painstakingly crocheted this. So yeah, we're gonna try that one on. Then I like this sweater. It kind of is giving meet me at the ski chalet, and that, not that I have any plans to go skiing, but I do like it. It's funny because it is both black and gray, two colors I wasn't gonna look at, but I really liked it. And I wanted to love this sweater, but there's something about the cut is kind of like bubbling that I don't love. So we're gonna put it back, but I do think it's quite cute, especially if you have a more sort of 70s style. Okay, there's a whole other rack of sweaters. We're gonna head over there now. One thing I would really like to do is find a sweater that kind of gives Rory Gilmore in episode 1. So I'm gonna see if I can find something like that. There's a pretty large selection of white sweaters. So let's start digging around. This is a very cute cardigan. And I don't have a white cardigan. Oh, it's not in my size, but brand new. So pretty. I'm gonna lower the exposure just for a minute. So I might be a little dark, but that way you can actually see the sweaters. This really pretty pattern here. This is a really pretty sweater. It's in a cream color. It's from the Izod brand. It's really pretty. It does have some staining, so I'm gonna pass on it, but it is really lovely feeling. If this sweater were longer, this is basically the Rory sweater. This is just a cropped version of it, which is really nice if you like a more cropped look. And this is kind of like a thinner version of that sweater as well. So lots of variations of it, not quite the actual sweater. There's a few down here I'm gonna look at. This is kind of cute. I'm like thinking, Scotland? Scotland, I'm not going to Scotland, I'm going to Ireland. I don't know, I'm not really a big fan of like actual turtlenecks. I prefer a mock neck to a turtleneck, so I think I'm gonna actually pass on that. This, however, oh my gosh, gorgeous. We're definitely trying this on. This is from the Eddie Bauer brand. These are like really beautiful sort of dark jewel tones, like a burgundy, this like sort of navy, and emerald, then some tans and neutrals in there. We're definitely trying this on. This is also a really pretty sweater. I like that it has a kind of faux sweater vest look to it. It's so funny because I just came across this poncho, and I thought to myself, every year I tell myself I'm gonna wear ponchos because I actually love them. I actually feel like the functionality of them, like they're really cute, they're functional. It's basically like wearing a blanket. Like, why are we not wearing ponchos more often? Then like every time I find one, I don't buy it. I don't know why. Now, maybe my subconscious is telling me I'm not actually gonna wear them, but I really feel like I would, honestly. I'm not gonna lie, I low-key love this. Now, it's not quite my size, but I really like these ties in the front. Now, these have seen better days, of course, but I don't don't know. There's something about this style of cardigan that I quite like. So I moved out of the sweater section. I'm now in the long dress section. I'm gonna look and see if I can find something that will work for a Padme Amidala outfit or for a Arwen outfit. I have a gut feeling that if I do Padme, it's gonna have to be something I'm gonna end up dyeing. So I might have to find like a white dress or a purple one, and then like bleach part of it and then turn it yellow, and I don't know. Anyway, we'll figure that out. But I am going to peruse through here, and for normal fall things, I am going to be looking for warm tones, browns, reds, oranges, yellows, particularly like mustards and rusts and dark, deep reds, though I'm not opposed to a bright red. Blacks, browns, I don't know if I said that already, tans, dark sort of emerald tones, dark navies, dark purples, things like that. Anything that feels traditionally fall, I will be looking for it. So let's start sifting. Okay, this is in a size 18, but look how gorgeous this dress is. From Talbot's, and they have a lot of really great high quality pieces. A lot of people's like dream thrift items are from them. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful dress. Imagine this with like a mock neck sweater underneath. So cute. Yeah, to be honest, I really wasn't thinking I was gonna find a black dress that I was like in love with enough to pick up. I have a few black dresses I really love, so it was gonna have to be exceptional for me to end up wanting to pick up a black dress. This one's quite cute actually. This is also in a plus size, really, really cute, sort of 90s, almost like Miss Honey vibes. Really like that. I feel like if the color scheme was flopped, it was mostly tan with the black flowers, it would be even more Miss Honey. This is another one. This is really quite cute actually. It's also not in my size, but this is like very 90s, almost Phoebe Buffet vibes. Super, super, super cute. My favorite thing about thrifting is just how unique so many of the pieces are. You really can just find like those one-of-a-kind pieces. You're never gonna find them anywhere else. And well, that's not always the case, but oftentimes it's just these one-of-a-kind pieces that you've either never seen before in your life, you have never heard of the brand before, you don't know even where you would find it again, and sometimes there's great vintage pieces. It's just, I don't know, it's just so fun. This is such a pretty dress just in general. Very much like spring, summer wedding guest if I can get it out. Just like this green floaty dress, massively wide open back. Very cute. It's definitely a more casual wedding, but also just like summer, just a summer dress. Pretty like velvet jumpsuit. That changes the game. Okay, it is in a size large, which at the thrift you never know what that means. I'm gonna try this on. I also think this is the back. I thought this was the front and I was like gonna love that, but as the back, that's also so cute. It's a black velvet jumpsuit from Express. The other day I posted a video on Instagram asking, what do you think Pharaoh would be wearing in her art studio in the night court? And I was wearing a pair of overalls and they're denim, and someone said, when I think of fantasy worlds, I don't imagine denim existing. I would have thought of like a linen or something. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're so right. I don't own any linen overalls, but I would love to have a pair. I just saw these. They're not quite right. They're not quite the right style and maybe not my favorite color. I also don't really think they would fit, to be honest. They look very small, but cute. This is kind of edging into Ren Fair, especially with these strings here. It's got a couple of loose threads, but this is a cute piece. It looks like it's from H&M. I don't know. There's no branding tag, but this tag looks like an H&M tag. This is not the right color scheme, but this is basically what Padme's dress is doing. Hers is just yellow into actually these colors. This honestly could be a massive flop, but I don't know. I feel confident. I don't know why I do, but I do. Part of me is also wondering if maybe I can do something with this. This dress is in pretty rough condition. Like there's a lot of staining on it, and I'm just wondering if maybe I can give it new life. This as a Ren Fair kind of undergarment, if you're doing like fantasy wear and things like that, it very much is giving undergarment. My brain, I can't remember the name of what I'm thinking of at the moment. Yeah, the word I was looking for was chemise. I am just sitting here editing this and immediately knew what word I was thinking of, and I'm not sure what happened there. But anyway, that is a historic undergarment, often worn under dresses, in between the skin and the corset layer. This is also a very cute dress. I'm gonna try this on. If you're a big fan of vintage remakes, this is a Draper James dress, which is a vintage recreation brand that people really tend to like. This is kind of giving 1920s with a drop waist. Very pretty. Actually, this is quite cute. I skipped over it at first, but after seeing the skirt, that's gonna be tight. I might try it. This one too, the top is very, very pretty. So the goal is now to just go through some of the shorter dresses, skirts, and pants. I don't really need any t-shirts, and then I'm gonna head over to the fabric area, sort of like bed sheets and stuff, to see if I can find some other pieces to use for the Padme Amidala look. I'm excited to see how this turns out. I feel like it could go terribly wrong, but I have a feeling it won't. I'm gonna really take my time with it, really just like play around with it, so we'll see what we can turn it into. But yeah, just for more fall things, I'm gonna go through the short dresses, skirts, there's a jacket I see over here that I might want to look at, and pants, and then we're good to go. This is a really pretty color scheme, really great for fall, like the oranges and dark purples. Nothing really in the skirts. Okay, the side was cut out of this. Look how pretty this jacket is in the pattern. It's a little ill-fitting, but cool jacket. It's so funny because now that I was looking at the jackets, I was just thinking I've been wanting a leather blazer for some time. Now that's not what this is. This is also a very pretty leather jacket, but it's definitely not going to be my size, but super pretty. It's definitely faux leather. It also happens to be the only leather thing I see. There's a couple of other jacket sections we can look in. JK, there's no leather in there either. In terms of pants, here's the thing. I feel like I struggle to thrift pants. Most of my pants actually are not thrifted. And I don't know. I think I get like overwhelmed with the sizing of pants in the thrift stores. They're often really inconsistent and I never really know what size to grab. So I just kind of don't. We'll skim through, but my gut is telling me I'm probably gonna get like overwhelmed. So I think I tried these on last time and they just didn't fit really well. But I do love the colors. I don't know if you can really see, but there's like dark brown, navy blue, and like a really dark emeraldy green in here. And I think those are really lovely colors. They just are like a weird fit. Also, so many of these pants are petite, and while I am quite short, petite pants are too short on me because I'm 5'4", so I'm kind of like bordering between petite and not petite. So yeah, petite pants are generally too short. They're like high waters. These pants are really, really cute. They're navy with a brown pinstripe. They are, however, in a petite size. And they look like they would fit petite, so not quite right. in the fitting room. Time to try things on. Okay, I started off by trying on a handful of dresses. For the most part, they're pretty neutral, except for that fading one and then the pink one in the front, and both of those were grabbed as potential Halloween costume pieces. I put this pink dress on, and honestly, my immediate thought was absolutely not, get this off. I really did not like it. It did not make me feel confident or comfortable. I immediately wanted to take it off. Then I tried on the velvet jumpsuit, and disappointingly, it is just a little too big. It needed to be one size smaller, and then it would have been perfect. But I am now adding a velvet jumpsuit to my list of things I want to try to thrift this year because I loved it. I tried it on both ways, and this is actually seemingly backwards since the tag is in the v-neck. I like it both ways, and I think it's really cool to have a piece that feels so versatile. But yeah, if I'm able to find one with a better fit, I am going to 100% get it. Listen, I don't love the way that this dress fits either, but it's the best I can do for the Padme situation that I'm doing. And I actually think once I take out the ruching, it might let out the fabric a little bit. So we're gonna see what we can do. Also, there's gonna be plenty of draping with tulle fabric over top of it, so I think I can make it work. I think I can. This dress was another one that I had really mixed feelings about. There was some staining on it that I didn't see when I had first picked it up. I actually thought it was quite cute, but I don't know, something made me not grab it. I think the fit was a little bit off. I don't know. There's just something to it, but it is a very pretty dress. And the same goes with this one. Really pretty dress, but it just fit a little bit strangely. It was a little too tight on the bust area for me, and so I knew for a fact I was never going to grab it because it was just uncomfortable, so I decided to put it back. Moving on, I am going to try on some sweaters now. I started off by trying on this shawl, and I, looking back at this footage, really love it, and I'm so disappointed I didn't get it. It is so freaking cute. And I love this color. This orange sweater, immediate yes. I love how sort of like professional it looks, but also casual. You can really use this for so many different settings. And I really liked it. This white sweater I was kind of on the fence about because I felt like it was doing what I needed to as a Rory Gilmore sweater. But then I thought to myself logically, am I going to wear this if I'm not just putting together Gilmore Girls outfits? And the answer was no. So I am going to continue to look for a Rory sweater, but with the mindset of, will I wear this not just in a Gilmore Girls fashion video? Moving on, I tried on this striped sweater that literally is almost identical to one that I pinned. I love it. Love the colors, love the fit. It's definitely going to be a sweater I tuck in. It is just so cute and really comfortable. It is a thicker sweater, and I tend to gravitate actually towards thinner sweaters, but this one was quite comfortable. This one I initially thought I was gonna get because I really do like this sort of skis chalet, sort of meet me at the slopes look, but then I thought to myself, I'm not really gonna wear this. And I think if it had color in it, I probably would have, or if it was like brown or something along those lines. But for the gray, white, and black color palette, it's really just not my go-to. So I felt like I wasn't over the moon with it. I wasn't absolutely 100% sold, so I decided not to get it. This red sweater, on the other hand, I did in fact get. So cute, and it's just such a versatile piece. I know for a fact I will be wearing this with jeans and overalls and dresses and crew necks and just so many things. This brown sweater was another one I had really mixed feelings about. I was like, do I get it? Do I not? And the more I looked at myself in it, the more I was like, oh, I love this sweater. It is baggy and oversized and really long, but it's like slouchy in the right ways. And I just know it's going to be a great comfort sweater on days where I just want to be in something cozy. The sweater vest was just all wrong. I think this could be really cool for a street style look. My style never really leans street style, but I feel like this one could do that. It's just not really for me. This cardigan, on the other hand, perfection. Maybe my favorite cardigan I've quite literally ever thrifted. It is so cute, and it has so many really sweet details like the little flower buttons, the little slit in the sleeve, just absolutely in love with it. Then I tried on this dress. I really wanted to love it. I love the colors. I love the concept. I don't love the fit. I don't know. It felt a little bit too I'm in a courtroom vibes. I don't know. And then these pants, tell me why the crotch was like 3 miles low. Such a weird fit, which is disappointing, but also I do think I really want to see if I can find a pair of brown jeans. And then this skirt was just very strange sizing. This is a Target skirt, and I'm really familiar with their brand. So when I saw size large, I was like, okay, it might be a tad bit too big, but I think we're going to be fine. No, I don't know what is happening with the sizing of this. I don't know if it's meant to be worn on the hips, but even if it is, it still didn't fit. I don't know. Super weird sizing, but I would like to find a tighter fitted plaid mini skirt at some point for this fall.
not to be dramatic, but how did I get 12 things for $47? I'm really, one, nervous, and two, excited about trying to make this Padme Amidala outfit. But so aside from those 2 pieces, the rest of these 10 other pieces are fall pieces. I can't even believe, and I have to tell you, for better or for worse, they're all sweaters or cardigans. Though to be fair, I feel like my pants and skirts are pretty solid, and it was the sweaters that I was missing in my closet. So I don't know, I'm pretty happy with everything I got. I just can't believe $47. Like, you see it? $47. That's crazy. That's wild. So yeah, and I got some fabric to do a DIY quilted bag with you guys. So I usually hand quilt all, like from scratch, all of my bags for my store. But there were a couple of small quilts in the like bins section. I just felt like they were so cute. So I'm actually going to do a DIY for you guys. And one of the fabrics is like super autumnal. So I'll show you guys in short form content probably how I make those. So anyway, I'm overwhelmed by the fact that I got so many things. So yeah, we're gonna head home. I'm gonna wash these things, and then I will show you all the pieces.
This is an incredibly dramatic pile of things. Let me show you what I got at the thrift store yesterday. Okay, I figure we can start with the non-clothing items. So first and foremost, I picked up these quilted pillowcases. They were 50% off, so they were like quite cheap. I think they were $1.99. Now you guys might know I own my own jewelry and accessories company, and as a part of that I make quilted tote bags. Now normally I quilt the whole thing from scratch, but I did find these, and then initially I thought this would be cool to like turn into a bag. This definitely needs some work. There's some damage here, some like missing quilting. So I'll probably actually just use this. I was thinking there's 2 of these. Maybe I'll make a quilted top out of them. I think that could be really fun. So yeah, that might be a future DIY project for us. And then with this one, I felt like this one looked a little bit more autumnal. I thought I could show you guys how I make the quilted tote bags. This one's actually in great condition. It was just the one of them instead of 2. So I thought with this, I could show you how exactly I make my quilted totes. So stay tuned for probably short form content with that. Yeah, this is always a really fun way to sort of upcycle secondhand things. I also found this ginormous piece of fabric. I thought it was a curtain at first, but it doesn't have like wide enough ends for it to have been a curtain. So I'm really not sure what it was used for. It's also humongous. Like, it is so long. I'm not sure, you would have to live in a castle for this to hit the floor in your house. So I don't think it was a curtain. I'm honestly not sure what it was used for, but it is this really pretty sheer floral material, and I thought I could make a dress out of this, and then obviously I'd have to line it, so I can make it like one of these colors. I can make it yellow or green or pink or purple. I was thinking green or purple might look really pretty under this. Okay, then these 2 pieces here are for the DIY you guys are gonna see next week. I am going to attempt to turn this dress and this dress into this dress, or at least something similar enough that it will translate as a Padme Amidala costume. We're definitely stretching ourselves with this project. So if you guys want to see me make Padme Amidala's dress, or at least attempt to, make sure that you're subscribed so that you can see when next week's video goes live. I am probably going to spend the weekend working on some sketches and just mapping out that fabric. Then the rest of the things I picked up are just autumn sweaters, and then a couple of cardigans too. First and foremost, I got this guy. So this is like a little vest situation. This isn't a size small, but it's like one of those vests that just lays open in the front. I mentioned at the thrift store that I really like knitted ponchos and kind of like shawls, and this kind of had a similar feeling, but it's a vest. I feel like the ends of it kind of remind me of a scarf, which also reminds me a little bit of a poncho where it has like these little drapey bits here, and I don't know, I just really like that style, and this is just totally different from anything else I have in my wardrobe. I really love the color scheme of this one. This one is black, brown, tan, and then of course a little bit of gray and white in here, and I just really loved this warm sort of Burberry plaid, and I don't know, I think this is gonna be fun to play with this fall. It also has a hood, which I just love anything with the hood. It kind of just immediately feels fantastical to me. Like, I immediately think cloak. This next piece might be my favorite sweater I've ever thrifted ever. This is from the Kato brand, and I see their stuff in the thrift store all the time, and usually it's pretty good quality. So when I saw this, I was very excited. Green is one of my favorite colors at the moment, so when I saw this cardigan, I was extremely excited. It is just crocheted, which again, crochet is definitely something that I either like to invest in or buy secondhand, because it is an art form that has to be done by hand. And this one is just so cute. So it has these two little flower buttons at the top, and then it just it drapes open. It also has shorter sleeves that also open on the sides as well, and to me it just gave sort of, it's like a mixture of 90s, like early 2000s, and also kind of 70s vibes, if you know what I mean. And I just really like it. I love this cardigan so much. It's so cute, and I cannot wait for all the outfits I can style with this. And something like this is perfect for fall, because you have those days that kind of swing from cold to warm, or those sort of in-between days where it's not quite cold but it's not quite warm. And so something like this, a lightweight cardigan, is just perfect for that kind of weather. So really excited to have picked this up. Another cardigan I was really excited about and is full on whimsy goth is this one here. Now, this is also in a size small. It's from the brand Earthbound Trading Co. And it is another one of those sweaters that kind of can lay just open. It is in this purpley gray color, and I feel like I justified it because it's that purpley tone, but it is just the perfect ruffly whimsigoth cardigan. It's got ruffled sleeves, and then there's a ruffle kind of lining the whole inside of the cardigan. It goes like where the lapel of a blazer would go, and then around the collar. It's layered ruffles as well in some areas, which is really cute. And I also love that it closes with these large spike shaped buttons. I just felt like that was a really unique detail that you don't often see, but I actually ended up seeing a couple of times, and I quite like that closure. Also, purple is such an underrated color for the autumn. On the flip side, a more obvious color for fall, orange. Would you believe I didn't have a single orange sweater in my closet until I bought this? As an autumn girly, that is simply blasphemy. I couldn't believe, but I'm so excited to have this in my wardrobe. Now, I know some people might have thoughts and feelings about the attached collar and sleeves to the sweater. Personally, I really like wearing sweaters with collared shirts underneath. However, I hate how bulky it looks to have the button-up shirt underneath the sweater sometimes, especially if it's a closer fitted sweater. This eliminates that problem by having it built in, and I frankly just really love this silhouette. It really reminded me a lot of outfits that Lorelai would be wearing working at either the Independence Inn or the Dragonfly, and also is something that my mom, when I was showing it to her, she was saying it was definitely a silhouette or a type of garment that she would wear often back in the 90s and early 2000s. So for me, this is a garment I really like. I love the style of it. I love the sort of part, the opening here in the sleeve. Clearly that is a style I'm really liking. That green and white cardigan also has a similar sleeve detail. I like how it looks. I think it's really cute. Another color of sweater I didn't own was brown. I have a few tan pieces, but brown? No. And as you guys know, I'm a big fan of the color brown. It is one of my favorite colors. And of course, as we head into the autumn season, my dark academia outfits become more prominent in my wardrobe. So of course, when I saw this, I had to jump on it. I really love this sweater because of how oversized it is. This is like the right kind of oversized. I don't really know how to explain it other than this is like a really slinky, slouchy material. So it's not that stark in its shape. It kind of just like molds to the body a little bit better. And also this one is longer. So because it's longer, I would actually wear this with leggings, and I feel like that would look very cute. I can definitely see myself wearing it with jeans too, tucked in and sort of pulled out a little bit so it has a sort of slouchy feel with a blazer over top of it. I feel like that would look really amazing. Another thing that I really was drawn to about this sweater is it reminded me so much of the sweater Rory is wearing in season 1, episode 1 of Gilmore Girls. She's wearing that big, huge, oversized white sweater. This sweater is pretty much the exact same style and shape. It is just the wrong color. I would also say that Rory's sweater is probably a bit thicker. This one is a thinner material. I tend to gravitate towards thinner sweaters. Now this is from the Croft & Barrow brand, which is one of my absolute favorite brands to thrift. And so I can pretty much guarantee this is going to be really good quality. This is in a size large, which allowed for it to be a little bit oversized on me. So yeah, anyway, I really love this sweater. Love this warm brown color as well. When I gravitate towards browns, I tend to pick warmer browns as opposed to grayer or bluer tone browns. So this is definitely just a go-to for me. I can already see all the dark academia outfits and all of the autumn outfits that I will be styling with that. The next sweater I picked up is this one here. This is a short sleeve red mock neck, and I really genuinely love short sleeve sweaters. I have one other in my closet, and they are some of my favorites for the fall as well, because, not to belabor a point, but it's kind of like combination weather. Also, I've been trying to get a couple of more red things to add to my wardrobe, and I didn't have any red sweaters in my closet either, so I was excited to pick this one up. And I've recently been hearing a lot of people talking about it being like Princess Diana fall, and I do feel like this falls within the category of something Princess Di would have worn. If you guys want to see a video of me styling outfits inspired by Princess Diana, let me know. I definitely want to do some short form content, but if you'd like to see long form of that as well, let me know. Okay, then the last thing I picked up is straight off of one of my Pinterest boards. It's this sweater here. I genuinely pinned a sweater that looked just like this right before I went to the thrift store. I am so excited to have found this. Now this is from the brand Eddie Bauer, a very prominent brand. This is in a women's size large, and it is a weird fit, I'm gonna be honest, because it is like oversized everywhere except for the sleeves. The sleeves are kind of short, and I have pretty short arms, so for the sleeves to be short on me is kind of a weird fit. Like if you had standard size arms, I guess, this would be very short on you. So I guess it just lucked out that I do have short arms and this just happens to fit me pretty well. But I love the colors in this sweater. It's in this really stark white, which is in great condition. And then you have all of the mix of jewel tones in here. So there's this sort of citrine, sort of tannish yellow color. There's navy, there's emerald, and then this sort of more wine, reddish maroon color, if you will. So just dark, rich gem tones all mixed throughout. Really freaking cute sweater. I can imagine myself again wearing a mock neck or something under this as well. I feel like that would look very cute. If I had a navy blue one, that would look amazing. Yeah, I love, 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 love sweaters that have these gem tones in it, and I've been really wanting sort of that grandpa, sort of dad striped sweater, and this is just that sweater of my dreams. Well guys, that's everything I got. That is a massive haul. I really picked up, that is a lot of things. But I am so happy with everything that I got, and I cannot wait to be styling them all this winter and fall. If you guys want to see me style some of those pieces, feel free to subscribe down below. It's totally free, and I'll let you know when I upload new videos. I make everything from thrifting with me's to styling videos to aesthetic explorations and more. I also will be styling these, of course, on my other social media platforms. So you can follow me over on TikTok, Instagram, LTK, whatever you like. They're all linked down below. If you were interested in seeing how that Padme Amidala dress turns out, be sure to subscribe as well and turn on the post notification bell so you know when the video goes live next week. It's gonna be a journey, and I do intend to take you along with me on the whole thing. I think that's really all I have for you guys now, so don't forget it costs absolutely nothing to be kind, so be kind to yourself and others. See you guys next time. Bye!